Greetings to you this day. This is Michelle Strickland, and I'm coming to you today with a PSA. Whenever I do a PSA, I usually try to do them on a Sunday. I do my social skills on a Tuesday whenever I'm doing them, but because I'm not really on my schedule, my regular schedule that I have set up, but I'm still trying to produce something, for somebody. Maybe if it's only one person that gets something out of it, it'll be worth it. This is my way to try to give back, and create a network of people that have similar interests. We're not going to have all the same interests, but so that we can build a community, so we can have people to network with when I get to a certain point, where I'm able to do some different types of things, But I want to develop a relationship with you all so you can see that I'm a trustworthy type of person, and that I want you to know how much I appreciate you. And, I just really look forward to our future, and I really believe that there's a whole lot of really incredible things in store in the future. I'm just at the beginning of it, and I'm fumbling my way through. But I have other things that I have to do. This is something that I enjoy doing and that I was led to do because the Holy Spirit encouraged me to come out here and give back. And so I don't, when it comes to the religions, I try to, I'm trying to understand, get an awareness of different ones so that I can have an understanding about different people's culture. So that's been my main focus. But I also want to encourage people through social skills and give them exercises, social skills exercises, affirmations and things that stimulate encouragement coming from the social perspective. I'm for healing. I'm into healing, people healing their spirit and there's, Okay, anyway, so we're going to be talking about breaking the silence, okay? I don't have my lights on. I don't feel like turning my light on. So I'm using natural. I use natural light. But anyway, so let me just go ahead on. I'm gonna start off by discussing, addressing the harmful effects of bottling up emotions, okay? Bottling up emotions can have detrimental effects on our mental, emotional, and even physical well-being. When we suppress our feelings, they don't just disappear, they often intensify and manifest in unexpected ways. This can lead to increased stress, anxiety, and even physical health issues. Breaking the silence and allowing ourselves to express our emotions is crucial for maintaining a healthy and balanced life. I believe in that. I worked in various industries, and the majority of my career I was an advisor and a counselor. So it was my duty to find alternative methods for people to go about structuring their life and becoming balanced and organized. That was my main focus. But that encompasses many things, but I've also worked in various industries, but that deal with social issues and social concerns and things that affect people directly, So that's the perspective that I'm bringing to you when I'm creating these videos, And these instructions or lessons that I have, I created these. I came up with the outline for all of this 3 years ago. So all I'm doing is just rotating the same information, But it's pertinent, and people are starting to get there, They're starting to get it. I'm out here giving back because I want to, because I think it's the right thing to do, So I'm just trying to give people tools so they can be better able to manage their life. Do I mess up? I sure do. Sometimes I'm weak just like anybody, but I get back on track, because we can't spend our whole life just being a mess up, right? Okay, so let me keep on going. Healthy, and I'm going to give you some suggestions on how to encourage healthy self-expression, okay? Healthy self-expression is a powerful tool for releasing emotional tension. It involves finding constructive ways to communicate our feelings, whether it's through art, writing, talking to a friend, or engaging in physical activities. By acknowledging and expressing our emotions, we not only lighten our own burdens, but also create an opportunity for growth and understanding. And a lot of times, you got to pick the right person. If you need to go to a professional, do it that way. Because you got to watch who you talk to about your personal life, because some people are real evil and devious, and they will use your personal information against you. So you might want to, look into your community resources. Wherever you are, you might want to go to a hospital or call a hospital and ask them for a social worker, so your social worker can refer you to places where it's safer for you to be more intimate with some of the things that might be troubling you. So you got to be careful with that, with telling your friends everything. But I'm not gonna. That's a whole other conversation. But right now, you understand what I'm trying to say. I'm gonna give you some strategies for creating a safe space. Okay, creating a safe space for emotional expression is essential for building trust and fostering connections. When we provide an environment where others feel comfortable sharing their feelings without fear of judgment, we promote a culture of empathy and support. I talk about anybody that's following me, I talk about active listening all the time, and people just go, oh yeah, and then when they're presented with a situation where they didn't actively listen to someone who had a discussion with them about something that was very important, and they didn't remember because they weren't actively listening, okay? Avoid judgment. I try to, but I have to put my guards up. I try not to judge people until I allow them, if I have to interact with them, I allow them to show me who they are. I interact with them on a surface level so that I can get to know them and see what their behavior is going to be like. Because if they got bad behavior, I don't want to be around that, and I'm not. And that's my choice, So we have to watch that. But we have to allow people to show us who they are, So just be neutral. That doesn't mean don't interact with people. It's just saying, just be neutral with people and keep things real surface, okay? I'm just share your own vulnerabilities. We just talked about that. By finding support networks. You can call a hospital and ask for a social worker, or just ask whoever you can get a hold of at a hospital, and ask them if they know of any resources in your area, support networks, for you to engage in being able to have talk, or just even social networks where there's activities, because it can snowball into other opportunities, even from doing community activities too. But anyway, respect boundaries. And that's one thing I try to do, but there's a lot of people that don't, and we need to watch that. Don't be too over the top with trying to, figure out somebody else's business if it's not yours, So just be careful not going too deep. It's okay for us to give, we got to be careful giving advice, that's all. It should come from a good place if we do. And I noticed the internet is like that, It's like we all give advice, but I have to step back from that, because I'm coming from a counseling and an advisor position most time when I'm saying something. But I got to remember, on the internet, everybody just doesn't really want to hear it. So I'm getting better about that, stepping back. Offer encouragement. That's something that we can all do, We can all do that with each other. Breaking the silence around our emotions can lead to a healthier, more fulfilling life, okay?